The war in West Asia is heating up. America and Israel are not just attacking military targets, even nuclear facilities are not off limits anymore. However, repeated attacks on the Bushehr nuclear power plant might have inadvertent consequences for US soldiers as well. One of the staff members at the Bushehr power plant was killed when a projectile struck the site on the 4th of April. A building on the premises was affected by shockwaves and fragments. Subsequently, Iranian Foreign Minister Araghchi and the country's atomic energy chief, Mohammad al-Sami, shot off a letter to the UN, flagging a grave risk of radioactive contamination. They warned that the repercussions will not be restricted to Iran alone. Public health and ecological balance of the wider Gulf region can be endangered. This matters as the Bushehr power plant is much closer to the Gulf countries like Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar and the UAE than Tehran. For instance, Tehran is located over 750 kilometers north of Bushehr, whereas Kuwait is barely 240 kilometers away. Similarly, the distance between this power plant and Bahrain's capital Manama is just 400 kilometers, and Qatar's Doha lies 450 kilometers to the south. With the US having multiple bases in these countries, American soldiers will obviously be at great risk of radiation exposure if the Bushehr plant is destroyed. International Atomic Energy Agency Chief Rafael Grossi has called for a stop on the attacks targeting nuclear power plants. He has warned that continued military activity near this plant could cause a severe radiological incident with harmful consequences for people and environment in Iran and beyond its borders. Last year, remember, he had told the UNSC that measures like evacuation have to be taken within a radius extending up to several hundred kilometers in case the Bushehr nuclear reactor is hit. Now, why is this Bushehr power plant so vital? Let's tell you. It is Iran's first and only operational nuclear power facility. Completed by Russia back in 2011, it is central to Iran's civilian nuclear energy program, as its pressured water reactor generates up to 1,000 megawatts of electricity. In 2019, Iran started a project to add 2 additional reactors to this site. Since the beginning of the West Asia war, it has been hit 4 times. On the 17th of March, the IAEA confirmed that a structure located 350 meters from the Bushehr plant was hit and destroyed. Then on the 24th of March, a projectile hit the premises of the Bushehr plant. Russia, which operates this facility, claimed that the plant's pumping station came under attack. It was again attacked 3 days later. The latest attack on Bushehr has also sparked Moscow's concerns. Russia's state nuclear firm, Rosatom, in fact, has evacuated 198 more personnel from the site, reportedly in coordination with the IDF. Prior to this, 163 staff members were already sent back to Russia. Iran retaliated to this aggression on the 21st of March when its missiles managed to breach Israel's air defense systems and struck Dimona, which is believed to host a nuclear facility. At least 64 people were injured in this attack. Now, with the American president threatening to destroy Iran's bridges and the power plants, it is clear that the threat of nuclear escalation cannot be taken lightly.